Hello everyone. In continuation with the Fourier series, we'll be going ahead with the half-range sine Fourier series. We have already discussed with the half-range cosine Fourier series. So please follow the previous session wherein we have discussed about how this half-range Fourier series and sine series will exist and everything, the formula and all. Okay. In this particular session, we'll be discussing this particular question. F of x is cos of 2x, and we need to find out the Fourier sine series over the interval 0 to pi. Now, if you'll observe, this is the interval 0 to pi. That means the value of L is equals to pi. And because of this, the Fourier series, or you can say the half-range Fourier cosine sine series, is nothing but f of x is summation of b n sine of nx. That means we have to just find out this particular this coefficient, which is known as the bn. So bn is, the formula is 2 by pi integration 0 to pi f of x sine of nx dx. This f of x is nothing but cos of 2x sin nx. This is equals to 1 by pi 2. Because we wanted to use some formula over here of trigonometry, that is the reason we have combined this 2 with these two functions. Okay, what is the formula? We have used it so many times in our sessions. So this is 2 times cos of a into sine of b equals to sine of a plus b minus sine of a minus b. Where in this particular question, we have got our capital A as 2x and capital B as an x. So if we'll just substitute these values here, the formula goes as 1 by pi integration 0 to pi sine of 2 plus n x minus sine of 2 minus n times x dx. Then just taking the integration of this particular function, sine of 2 plus n times x, which will give me minus of cos of n plus 2 x upon n plus 2. Similarly, the second is minus of minus cos, because the integration of sine is nothing but minus cos, along with this angle, differentiation of angle in the denominator. And that is why we have got it n plus 2 and 2 minus n in the denominator 0 to pi. As we have got this is as n plus 2, n minus 2. Fine, we have got it here minus minus, so it should become plus. But as we have done it n minus 2 instead of 2 minus n here. So if you'll observe here, it is 2 minus n. So we have made it as n minus 2. Because it is easy for me to go ahead with this n plus 2. Therefore, this is 1 minus sign, we have taken it out, and that is the reason this sign is getting combined with this, and therefore there is no change in the sign here. This minus becomes minus. So this is this minus is getting adjusted with this particular function in the denominator. So minus cos of 2 pi plus n pi upon this is the, okay. So this, what is the function if I wanted to have an expansion of this cos of 2 pi plus n pi? What will be this? This is nothing but if I wanted to have cos of 2 pi plus n pi, and it is according to a cos of a plus b, it will give me cos of 2 pi into cos of n pi minus sine of 2 pi into sine of n pi. So this is what we are going to get it for this particular expansion. So now if it is cos of a plus b, and if you'll observe here, this is the second term contains just sine of n pi and sine of 2 pi. So this entire thing will move to 0 because sine of 2 pi and sine of 2 pi will move to 0, and therefore we have got it cos of 2 pi into cos of n pi, and we know that cos of 2 pi always is equals to 1. Therefore, the answer for this particular expansion would give me cos of n pi only. Similarly, the same thing will happen. Let me just explain you that as well. So what will happen here, it is instead of cos of 2 pi plus n pi, we have got it here minus. So where will be the minus sign? Minus sign will come here. And this is because of the expansion, we have got it plus over here. There would not be any change in the terms. Again, this term would move to 0 in the second expansion as well, and therefore we will remain the same, the cos of 2 pi plus n pi and cos of 2 pi minus n pi, the same value for this particular function, and therefore we have got it as 1 upon pi minus of cos of n pi and everything here. But we know that cos of n pi is always, we have already seen this. Let me just put it here. So cos of n pi is always minus 1 to the power n, and this is, we have written here n plus 1. The reason is it is 1 minus sign here is, and there is 1 minus sign. We have just taken it out, minus 1 to the power n plus 1 from the first two terms here. So we have taken this two terms together here. So this is what is, so this is what is the first two terms here, and the second term remains the same. Okay, now if we'll just combine everything here over here, we are going to get something like this here. And if we are just further simplifying this, so we will have the term as, I think I forgot here 1 by pi. Please do consider here 1 by pi as well, because we have got it here pi, and that is not getting cancelled with anything over here. Okay, so I forgot actually. It's 1 by pi 2 pi 2n upon into minus 1 to the power n plus 1 upon n square minus 4. Now this one term you will be able to see here. What is the meaning? We have discussed already this type of question, wherein I have, if I will put the value of n equals to 2 in this particular bn, or here n, what will happen? This term will move to 0. So this n square minus 4 will move to 0. If this will move to 0, something upon denominator will move to infinity. Something upon 0 would move to infinity, and therefore this term will not exist for n equals to 2. So we have to consider that separately. So we need to find out bn separately. Okay, so we have got this bn formula for this particular bn. Yeah, I think I forgot this is. Please do consider here pi over here. Let me just check that whether we have cancelled out somewhere. No. Yeah, I think it's not cancelled. So this is, I think I forgot to mention that pi. Fine. So if I wanted to go for b2, where will be the change in this particular bn? It is n. Everywhere, whenever there is a n, I have to put as n equals to 2. So this is n is 2, 1 by pi, 0 to pi, 2 times cos of 2x, which is a function f of x here, because I have combined this 2 inside this into sine of 2x. So instead of this n, we have to take n equals to 2x. Again, the same formula will work. The same formula will give me 1 upon pi integration 0 to pi. Otherwise, there is another formula. It's known as 2 times sine of x into cos of x is equals to sine of 2x, right? So this is known as a double angle trigonometric formula. And that is what we are working over here. We have got it here instead of x, we have got it 2x, and therefore sine of 4x will come here. And then just the integration of this sine of 4x as cos of 4x by 4, 0 to pi, and then we are going to get it as b2 as 0. And therefore, we have got this f of x as equals to this. Again, I have forgot that. So please do consider here pi. So it's f of x is equals to 2 by pi summation of this particular, and this particular bn is not true for this n equals to 2, and that is what we have specifically written over here, because we have got the value of b2 is equals to 0. But yes, this is the value n equals to 1 to infinity, except n not equals to 2, right? So this particular function or particular bn term is not true for n equals to 2, and that is what we have shown it here. Okay, then it comes to the self-observation slide, wherein the 2 questions has been given to you along with the 2 answers, and purposely I'm giving you the functions like the trigonometric and everything together. So one is an exponential function given to you, and one is the algebraic function x squared. It's been 0 to pi and 0 to pi. The answers are there. Please do follow the session which we have just now discussed. Try to solve these two questions independently. Pause the video wherever you wanted to pause it, and try to get the next step. If at all any query, anything, please get back to me through the medium of comment section. Thank you. Happy learning.